I had a friend of mine drop off some lumber. It's used lumber, and it's a seasoned coconut lumber. So it's a good solid lumber. It's probably 5 years old, and there's very little rot, if any at all. And it has these big nails in the lumber. And instead of trying to pull those nails out, I grind them off with the grinder. So that's what you're going to see me do in about 5 minutes. I'm going to set this camera up. I want to talk for a minute. I want to tell you, I've been out here since 10 o'clock. I did another pile, a little bit smaller than this. And I will tell you that right now in the sun, it's 113, 114 degrees in the sun. $111, $113, $114, and it's not sunny anymore. So I just got off Messenger with Aloe, the great Aloe de Winter, and what he's looking for the name of a particular blogger. Being that he said that I was doxxed, and I was doxxed by several different people, including Chubba Wubba, who put out some false information. I was doxxed by a fella from up northern Cebu, and I was also doxxed by someone else recently, and no one had a complaint. They found out my entire real name, which I would be glad to give that to them, because I don't have a past that I would be ashamed of, although they used the wrong name and found all kinds of felonies and stuff like that against somebody named Michael Anthony Fazio. And I didn't see the big Echo Man ass. I didn't see him complaining that you were doxxed. And that's just not right, to dox somebody using the wrong name or using false information. So what I want to do is I want to find out the real name. The Aloe wants to find out. There's about 6 or 7 of us that are going to do some research on the giant ego man ass, and we need to find out the actual real name. So if anybody knows the real name of the giant ego man ass, we're requesting the real name and possibly where he was born. And that information will eventually go to expat trash in the Philippines. But Aloe and I want it for a completely different reason. But I have a fella that's going to be able to look into that pretty deeply. And being that no one complained about me getting doxxed, I think what's fair is fair. And I think that if you were to be kind enough to give me the name of the giant ego man ass, I would say thank you twice. And in the meantime, I'm going to put this camera down and I'm going to let you guys watch me grind off these big nails. But I just wanted to get that out in the open. I was doxxed again just a few weeks ago by Chubba Wubba. And who is friends with Chubba Wubba but none other than Richie, who's also a friend of the giant ego man ass. So, I mean, let's get everybody's name. Let's get everybody's name, real name, and place of birth. Let's get it all out there so we can give this information to expat trash in the Philippines, because they actually requested some information. And I need to find that information out for them, because it's my duty as a civic, carpenter and about to cut nails off of some scrap lumber. It's my duty to find out the name, the real name, and possibly the city the giant ego man ass was born in. And I think it's reasonable, considering he doesn't have a problem with anybody doxing me. Let's see if we can get his name over to Expat Trash in the Philippines because they want to do an expose on him. This is not some made-up story. They want to do an expose on several people, but he's the only one that I'm really interested in right now today. So if we can get that information, you could either send it over to Expat Trash in the Philippines, or you could send it to me. And on one of my old videos, you could send it under a different name. I don't care how I get it. But being that he thinks it's okay for me to be doxxed, I think what's fair is fair. So let's get this camera set up over here. And I'll give you a close-up of what I'm doing. And what's fair is fair. You guys all doxed me, and Expat Trash in the Philippines did ask me for that information. It's not like I'm making up stories or anything like that. Oh, and talking about making up stories, the Giant Eagle Man asked, I have a show coming up with some words that he put on Kevin's channel, including that Michael Fazio. Fazio is a liar. He never owned a digger. He never owned a race car or an ocean racer. And I got all those times stamped, and you can actually play them back because I copied the video itself in the live stream while it was live. And the Big Eagle Man asked, he said things about my girlfriend. He likes talking about other people's girlfriend, but he doesn't like when it happens to him. Well, it's about ready to happen to him, I guarantee you that. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Can I get this here like this? I think. I'm not sure. Hold on. Where is that? Over there. Over there. Over there. I'm trying to get it so you could see me doing the work itself. Okay, so if I get that like that, if I could put that, yeah, the giant Eagle Man ass man, he thinks it's okay to dox me, and I think, being that I was specifically asked for his information by Expat Trash in the Philippines, I think it's okay to give his information to them because they want to do a show. That's right, baby. They want to do a show on the Big Eagle Man ass. So I'm going to put, I'm going to get over here, and then I think this is where you can see, let's make sure, where the machine is going to be working over here. Let's make sure you can see that. I'll put the machine working in that general area there. Yeah, Chubba Wubba, you doxed me good using the wrong name, which I really didn't appreciate, but none of it's true, so it didn't matter. So, but that's why I want the real name, the correct name. I don't want to give somebody wrong information. I am going to talk about Big Kevin's stream, though. Oh, yeah, that, and what he said about me and Daisy on Big Kevin's stream, that's gonna be a show all by itself. I have 22 timestamps where you could hear the words because it was not in the chat. It was verbal communication, baby. Yeah, we're gonna go in search of the truth, justice, and the American way. Okay, so this is a 220 Milwaukee grinder. I'm going to use that to cut off the bolts. I have a hammer and two different types of knock down the camera. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, so that, I was just cutting that piece for a specific reason. I need that for something. Patch. So let's get this camera set back up again. And then, let's see, we'll get that right there. Right there. Yeah, that's good like that. Okay. We'll be grinding off 30 penny nails. Anything from a 6 penny to a 30 penny nail. Whoop. Okay. Let's make sure you can see that. There's a piece of white wood up on top there. And the machine, we've got 18 inches in either direction. And here we go. One thing I did forget. I forgot my gloves. 30 seconds. I'll be back. 30 seconds. Here they are. Right here. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7. 6. 5. Ah! Done. It's all done but the cleanup. Oh, wow. So, I will, for anybody that ends up watching this video, which probably won't be a lot of people, I'll tell you why I did this with that old junky lumber, and I'll show it to you right now. This lumber is, for the most part, most people would throw it out. Most people would throw it out. However, I have a little job for this where it doesn't matter if it's new, it doesn't matter if it's got nails cut out of it, and it doesn't matter that it's all splintered up, because I'm going to end up putting a coat of an industrial grade paint, 2 layers of paint on here, two coats of paint, an industrial grade thermoelastic paint. So a polymer. So even though it's rough surface, and if you ran your hand along here, you get a splinter every time, which is why I wore gloves. And even though there's a lot of nails, like that nail, it's faster to take these nails out with the grinder. Because number one, these woods are going to get cut soon. They're going to get cut. And the chance of hitting a nail, when you grind it like that, at least you could see it. So you just move the board plus or minus a half an inch. So what you're looking at right here is some 2x4, full 2 1/4 by 4 inch lumber here. This is old growth old growth coconut lumber. So these are about 30 pesos a foot. And this is like 8 feet, so that'd be 240 pesos. And there's about 6 of those. So add 240 times 6, let's just say 1,200 pesos in this material, in 2x4. There's 6 of those under there. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 15 of these. And these are 15 pesos per foot, 10 to 15. So there's 6 times 6 is 36 times 15. That's another 500 pesos plus the 1,200 pesos on the bottom. So that's about 1,700 pesos or $30 in lumber. And it took less than, I've been doing this for 44 minutes. And I did it for about 10 minutes before I started the camera. So for 10 minutes, hey, Jack Thompson, for 1 hour of work, I got $32 worth of lumber for free. I didn't have to pay for a delivery, and it's going to be perfect for what I need it for, which is rough sawn lumber. This is considered rough sawn lumber. So it worked out well for them. They got rid of it. They brought it to my house. They put it right in front of the house, and then it took 1 hour to clean up $30 worth of lumber, and then I can build whatever I want out of it. So Jack Thompson is here. Hello, Jack. I'm going to find something to... Where did I put my water bottle? I want my water bottle. I haven't had a drink of water in an hour. In about an hour. Since I started that video. Okay, so... And there goes my water bottle. Didn't go so far, though. All right. Oh. So in the sun here today, in the beginning, I showed you the temperature of the deck that I was working on was 113 degrees. And I worked out, I did another load like this before this, but that's for something else. It was a better grade of lumber. So I got two piles of lumber, about $65, $70 worth of lumber. The other lumber was a better grade and cleaner. So for that lumber that I just showed you, it paid to work on it for 1 hour, and then and that's it. So hey, Jack. So I don't really have much else to talk about. I don't know how many people left a comment. I've noticed a lot of people are not commenting because you find me rather abrasive, some people might say. Well, you know what? It's going to get a whole lot worse. It's going to get a whole lot worse. I just went through Big Kevin's video from 2 weeks ago, and I heard me being bashed by the psychosomatic. The psycho from Cebu was bashing me, talking about my ex-girlfriend, Daisy May. Oh, let me just tell you, to the psycho in Cebu, let me just explain to you what's going to happen. I'm going to give what I got, and they already got some of your videos, to expat trash in the Philippines. And if they want to use it, they're going to do an expose on what not to do in the Philippines. Because I noticed you took all your videos down, psychosomatic in the Philippines, psycho in Cebu. What did you take them down for? You were so proud of your lifestyle. Well, why did you take them down if you're so proud of your lifestyle? I'm going to get some sound bites up, too, this week. Yeah, you said in Big Kevin's live stream, nobody believes you, Fazio. Nobody believes you ever owned a digger. Come on, man. Have you lost your mind? Nobody believes you ever owned a boat. Have you lost your mind? That's a real question. I've had 25 years of videos of boats, cars, trucks, race boats, center console boats, barges, cranes, tugboats, and the Cobra. And nobody believes you ever owned a race car. Dude, there is something wrong somewhere inside the psychological lacks. You lack some sort of gene inside your head to say that nobody believes you, that nobody believes me. Maybe nobody likes what I have to say. That's their prerogative. But you coming on saying, you're a liar, Fazio. You're a liar. You lie. You never owned a digger. You never owned a race car. You never owned a boat. Dude, if that's the best you got, just because you got money doesn't mean anybody believes you. But now I hope that expat trash in the Philippines, I hope they do an expose on you. Because you are the perfect person to do an expose on, because it was you in the videos that they have passing women around like candy at a church festival. You're an amazing man. You're an amazing man. You were so proud of that wonderful lifestyle you were living. 5, I got 15, I got 34. I used to have 34 women that followed me around. Now I have 14, plus 2 wives. That's a sickness that you have, is what you have. But like I said, expat trash in the Philippines is definitely going to go review the stuff I'm going to give them. The one time Kevin walked near the pond, he needed life flight. That was not the pond, Jack. That was all right. We'll get off that. We'll get off that other subject, because it's going to happen. I'm going to do a little video with some sound bites from Big Kevin's show. I think I don't know. I have 22 sound bites. 22 sound bites. Fazio, you're a liar. Fazio, your girlfriend slept with every man in Bohol. What would you say something like that for? Tell me what you would say something like that for. You've said it before in chat, and you said it years ago, but this time you said it verbally. So we're going in. We're going in deep. You want to say that Daisy May's the sweetest girl I ever met. We're still good friends. And you want to abuse her? Dude, that was a mistake. And it's going to be your mistake, not mine. Jack, that was not That was not. Thanks, Jack. That was Kevin jumped off a diving board. He went on. He was going on a pool, and he jumped off at his. I think it was his doctor actually. He went to a pool for the 4th of July. If what he said definitely was a pool, definitely was around the pond, but not at the pond. And he jumped up. He was going to do a dive, like where you jump on the diving board. You go 1, 2, and then 3. Well, when he did either 2 or 3, his knee blew out. So it did blow out. It was near the pond, but I think it was a pool around the pond. That's what I believe to be the truth. So, no more comments. Oh, yeah, okay. Jack, I'm always here. You just don't see me, Bubba. Okay, I had a good day. I manhandled that grinder for 44 minutes in front of you now, but I manhandled it for about 35 minutes before that. Any day you manhandle an open-faced tool and you walk away from it with undamaged is a good day. So, let's see, tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. I have something that I have to build out of some of this lumber. A rough project, not anything special, nothing fancy. And then I want to rebuild the step that I walk into my shack with, because the step is, any day now, the step is going to break. In fact, that piece of plywood right there, see that piece of plywood there, the blue one? That's for the floor in my house. I was walking last night and the floor gave way and my foot almost went right through the floor. So there's a hole in the floor just about a foot in diameter, and it got wood rot. It got termite rot and wood rot, and I stepped down and the floor just went like that. I gotta pull the plywood up and put some new plywood down. I got a piece over there, 3/4 over there, the one over there, and then the blue one will go on top of that. I see a comment from Jack Thompson. Hold on. I drank 4 bottles of water, 2 pumps and an ambulance. That's about what it boiled down to. That guy, I felt bad for him because, I had that happen on me years ago. My knee blew out. Very painful. Very, very painful. And it blew out. I was about 800 feet away from my house. And I was running around the park in Howard Beach. I don't know. It was ice and snow, and I was running on the grass, not on the tarmac, because the tarmac was just a sheet of ice, and there was an indentation about 4 or 5 inches deep, and my leg broke backwards for the second time. And boy, that hurt. The first time I got hit by a truck. They put it back together. The second time, I got hit by a truck, and there was an ambulance at the red light. I was walking across the street. There was a police car, an ambulance, my father's friend, and the truck hit me, flew me about 40 feet, about 10 feet high in the air, they said, broke all my ribs, and it blew out my knee. That hurt. The second time when I was running around the park, I was 800 feet away from the house, and it was the middle of winter. I bet you it took me 4 hours to get home, that last 800 feet. Now, you would think that somebody else would be out in the mid. It was cold. It was like 20, 15, 20 degrees. Late in the afternoon, the sun was going down. Oh, that hurt a lot. Hey, thanks, Jack. Yeah, the mom videos. They're those, I took my mom all over, everywhere. I took her all over New York, took her to Atlantic City, took her to Fox Casino. Everywhere we went, pretty much, it was a tourist adventure. Most of them I had not seen. Like, I had never been to Fox Casino, but I don't gamble. But my mother made up for that. She toasted $1,500 in a slot machine. She said, "How much money do you got?" I said, "I got all the money you need, Mom." She needed a lot that day. We went to Atlantic City. She did good there. She won. Took her to Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas. She broke even, but she was working, she calls it work, 15 hours a day on the slot machine. She's a degenerate gambler, my mother. She would, don't make any mistake about it. You put her in front of a slot machine, she don't walk away till she makes it bleed. And all in all, at the end of the day, for the 40 years she enjoyed that activity, she came out way ahead, way ahead. She would go, I don't know, every couple of months she'd go to Atlantic City. There was a bus, the free bus. It was free bus and free drinks from my mom because she was a degenerate. She was, everybody knew Fran. She gambled, but only the slot machines. That was it. Never played cards or anything like that. She had a feel. She said, "I have a feeling." Yeah, the feeling cost me $1,500 and 2 days traveling in hotels. And I didn't put $1 in the slot machine the whole time I was there. I don't gamble. I did in Atlantic at the Hotel Atlantis. I put $20 in a slot machine in the Hotel Atlantis, and I played that slot machine. It was hours, 3-4 hours. I was up to $40, $50. It was like could have been a nickel slot machine. And just people couldn't believe that I wouldn't lose that money. I was going up and down. I think I was ahead once $50. And then eventually I lost it. But I played for 2 or 3 hours for $20. That was the only time I ever sat in front of a slot machine in my whole life. Never did it before that, and I never did it again. I went to Vegas, spent 3 weeks in the casinos playing, what's that with the daba? Bingo. I played bingo. Because, there's a little trick. You want to go to Vegas and you want to meet a woman, go play bingo. Because you of course you could meet a woman in Vegas, where you pay for them to talk to you, but in bingo there's hundreds of women and they're all single. Pretty much they're all single or they're all out for the night, and they don't want dinner or nothing. They just want to play bingo, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that was I played more bingo in Las Vegas than I ever played bingo in my whole life. I never won a damn thing playing bingo either. I don't think I ever won a card. The lady next to me won $33,000. about an hour after I started playing bingo, and I said, oh, this is a good game. But I never won anything, ever. I don't think I won $1. And that was the only time I ever played it, so it really doesn't matter. So anyway, I know it was Mike. I know how it was, Mike. I took my mom to Thailand. The next thing you know, she was holding a monkey. Yeah, my mother was holding a dolphin. She, like, yeah, Jack, when did you see me? Come on, Mom, come over here. Go over there, Mom. Mom, go over. Because my mom was a very shy woman. Like, had I not told her to go play with the dolphins, well, it cost money, and I paid for that. But to play with the dolphins, to go on that raft where my mother was, got to remember, this goes back to, yup, says Jack Thompson. When I took my mom to the Dolphin Center, it was the Dolphin Center in Marathon. Because I wanted to go to Key West. We were going to Key West for a couple of days. So that Dolphin Center was on the way down, and I had never been there before. I think it was like $10 to stand on the raft to touch the dolphin. I'm not sure. It wasn't a lot of money. But if you wanted to swim with the dolphins, at that time, it might have been $50 to swim with the dolphins, where they tow you around and that kind of stuff. She didn't want to do that. But now it's $250 if you want to swim with the dolphins. I was looking, the price went way up. I could swim with the dolphins for free because one of my clients was a dolphins research laboratory on Ocean Shores Drive in Ocean Shores in Key Largo. And I serviced their property. Why can't, I'm in a bad angle here. Hold on a minute. I can't see the screen. Oh, okay. I got these old junky shoes on, and they hurt my knees when I walk. They're not very good support, but I don't want to wear my new boots. Okay, so, yeah, that I miss, playing with the, living down the block from a dolphin research center. I serviced the Dolphins Research Center, and I serviced the underwater. There was an underwater laboratory that NASA astronauts would train in right off Tavernier. It was about 10 miles from my house. You go there by boat, it takes about 10 minutes. And that was the training center where the astronauts trained underwater to go up into the fake space station. It was about 10 miles from my house. And I could go there if I wanted to. I could go to their facility. I never went inside where they go in. I went. Okay, so they had outside. They had these giant domes that were about 10 feet in diameter, and in the domes was oxygen. You could fill up your tank. There was 3,000 pounds oxygen. You could fill up your tank. And it had breathing. It was like a bubble, like the dome of silence. But so you could go there, and I could go there. You weren't allowed to go there, but I could go there. So, and I went And the research center itself was right next to Coconuts Bar and Grill where I worked, right in Key Largo itself. So, and I serviced that property and I serviced the Dolphin property. So I got to go play with the Dolphins all I wanted. And I brought my friend now. He was crippled. And I have video of that also. He was paraplegic. He could barely, he couldn't walk, and he could barely just, like, he couldn't push his own wheelchair. And the Dolphin Research Center was for dolphin therapy for people, the one by my house, not the one I took my mother to. So I have video of that too. That was sad. He actually had to get into the water. They have a lift, like an elevator, and they put the wheelchair, not your wheelchair, their wheelchair. So you offload him from his wheelchair to their underwater or waterproof wheelchair, well, mostly stainless steel. And then you put him in the wheelchair. You put the paraplegic or the crippled person in the Dolphin Research Center wheelchair, and then the whole platform goes underwater. And of course they have a life jacket on. And I stayed out of the water so I could make the video. But he did not like that at all. He was one of my clients. My client was a woman contractor, and her girlfriend, she was bisexual. She was a lesbian, but she was bisexual, and her girlfriend, not her husband, but her girlfriend, her son was crippled. So I had worked with them for about 5 months, clearing up the property, putting in a rock seawall behind where they bought the property, getting the permits for the job and all of that. So when it came time to do stuff, we did it together. We became really good friends, all of us, the husband, my client, her girlfriend, and 2 of the children besides the man in the wheelchair. So we took him to the wheelchair. We put the life jacket on him. There was two Dolphin employees, and he got in the water, and the Dolphin came right up to him. He just wasn't comfortable, and he didn't stay in the water very long. When you see the video, I don't remember how long he stayed in the water. Dentures in the Philippines. I heard they're going to do... Hey, Jack, did you see that new channel? Expat Trash of the Philippines. They're going to do a show on at least 3 people you know, at least, possibly 4, and they're reaching out to people to find out people's stories and find out what the laws of the Philippines are. They're doing a lot of research. There's a lot of people helping them, too, behind the scenes. There's probably 4 or 5 people working on different projects. Everybody has their own pet project. Me? Everybody knows what my pet project is. That guy who said that Daisy Mae was having sex with everybody in the neighborhood, that was the wrong thing to say, dude. That was just the wrong thing to say. And I don't know. I've been working the last 2 days. Has he made any videos about that new channel? Or what's up with that? Spill the beans, Jack. I don't know. I didn't see anything. I got up this morning at 5 o'clock and left the house to go do something. I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anything in my feed at all today from Frank. I didn't see, even I got up this last night, I didn't see anything new. I really don't have a lot of time the last few days anyway. Jack, I'm waiting for the answer. I'm waiting. I would imagine that you know everybody that they're going to do. I didn't know that fella Jasper. I never heard of him before. I don't even know. I didn't watch the whole video of him. I don't even know what they've made a video for him for. I know the name Jasper though. And there was another guy too. FWI. I'm not the owner of that trash channel. Maybe. What the hell does FWI mean? Fiwi. Philippines Wi-Fi. What does FWI mean? I have no idea. I'm actually waiting for my water guy. I went through a lot of water the last 2 days. It's been hot here. FWI, for we, I, for we, fly, why, Jack. So, yeah, that, I watched, what did I watch? I watched one video, about half that video about Jasper, but I don't know Jasper, so it doesn't interest me. But I do know a few people that need to get up on the boards. And actually those people were already they're already made mention of them. They put a video out yesterday, I think it was, with the faces of the future clients. That ought to be an interesting channel. I subscribed right away. What a nice day it is in the shade. For your information, FYI, for your information, you're not the owner of that channel. Jack, you working from a cell phone and you not having an email, I believe you. I believe you. It takes a lot of work to do something like that. It's a good idea, though. Let's see what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might do a live stream. I have to build like a door, and I want to get rebuild my step, and I want to put a new. Man, my foot went not through the floor, but it would have went through the floor had I put all the weight on it. It's been spongy for about 2 or 3 months, and I wasn't paying attention, and I walked in the more spongy than less spongy area. I think my foot would have went all the way through had I put all my weight on it. The house is starting to fall apart. So, I don't really have much else to say, Jack. I'm gonna do a live stream in the morning. I'll build that gate door for something I gotta put on, and I'll probably work on my step. If I don't work on that step, it's gonna collapse for sure. The termites here, they're such industrious little fellas. God, they don't stop. Well, they do stop. They work really hard for about 2 or 3 days, and then they stop eating. But then they go back to work. It has to do with the moon. Got to be the moon. Got to be, because once a month there's dust everywhere, from the kitchen counter, from underneath the bed. It's an amazing thing, and they don't have that. They don't have a good termite poison here because termites are the Philippines' national bug. And everybody has termites. In anything that's wood, they eat mahogany, and they eat jambalaya, and they eat coconut. Not so much coconut, though. They will eat coconut, but not seasoned coconut. Really old growth seasoned coconut, they don't like that so much because it's got the aromatic oil in it. All right then, Jack, I'm going to end this stream. I want to go take a bath before the sun disappears altogether. And then thanks for stopping by. Are you going to be up for a while? I could call you if you're going to be up. I had to take my computer apart this morning, too, at 6 o'clock this morning. The plug that step by step slowly turns. The plug in my computer for the speaker system, when you plug it in, plug it out, sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't work. Well, this morning it didn't work at all. And I can't hear the anything, sound, the music, the videos I watch. So I took the back off the computer and I bent the little tangs where the plug goes into the computer. It works now, but it was touch and go there for a minute. It's not like it wasn't easy to bend it, and I'm thinking that it's like in a Bakelite. The tangs are in like a Bakelite, and I'm thinking that it's going to crack, and then there's no way that it's all soldered together. Oh, it would be a real project. I'd have to bring it to the city. All right then, Jack. I'll get with you later. Step by step, slowly I turn. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, I'm going to come out with a live stream with live sound bites of the big ego man ass, and I will spell that for you. MANAZZ. Man ass is spelled MANAZZ. And it's the big ego man ass. So that would be EGOMANAZZ. Bend stuff. When all else fails, bend stuff. Yeah, that's going to be I got 22 sound bites. Daisy May was sleeping with every man in the hall. Oh, I love that line. I'm going to myself, Fazio never owned a digger. What is wrong with that guy to say, and nobody believes you ever owned a digger. Nobody believes you ever owned a barge. Nobody believes you ever owned a car. Everybody knows you're a liar. Even your friends. You know, that's pretty sick. Mentally, that guy is a lot sicker than some of the other people on YouTube that are mentally deranged. After 25 years of watching videos of me run the barge, the cranes, the boats, the racer, the car, the house, nobody believes you ever owned a car. No, there's something wrong with somebody that's just so far off the chain. He must have been triggered. I think I triggered him on Big Kevin's show. I think I triggered him. In fact, I'm sure of it. No, you son of a, you didn't trigger me. Wow. You sure look triggered to me, dude. Wait till I do my expose on you. Wait, I got 22 sound bites. People are going to hear the garbage that you spoke about me. You're a liar, Fazio. What have I lied about? Tell me what what has anybody ever caught me in a lie talking about? Where's your hotel? It's an imagine. Everybody, I've told the story multiple times why I stopped working on the hotel. And you know the story, but you want to be a jerk. Well, you're going to get it back in spades, dude. Yeah, you're going to get it back in spades. I'm going to give it to you on a silver platter. And we're going to talk about some of the old shows, that girl show with the lady boys, and we're going to talk about the email that you sent me. We're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, you're going to like it. You're going to like it. And all because you had to talk about Daisy May. That's off limits, talking about Daisy May. And you know that. So you figured, I'll get him. I'll just tell everybody that Daisy May slept with everybody in ball. Or you got my attention, buddy. Or you definitely got my attention. Just remember, it's not me. I don't pass my women that I care for around like candy at a church festival. But some people do. Just remember that. I'm Ping Permy from Michael Fazio in the Philippines, baby. And of course, Ping Permy means take care always. Bye-bye for now. I think today is August 2nd, 2023.